and Senior Connections. Gina Downs is here, and we're going to talk about something about which I know zero, so I'll get an education. Hospital indemnity plans, I, of course, have heard of them. What exactly are they?
Well, it's a type of insurance that is a supplemental insurance, which can add to the confusion when I am talking about it, because it is a supplemental insurance, and Medicare has supplemental insurance.
But not the same, these aren't the same thing.
But it's not the same supplemental insurance, because it is a supplement in income supplement. Now, because people on Medicare aren't necessarily supplementing their income, but it can supplement their travel expenses or supplementing things that Medicare isn't paying, such as travel expenses, or
like if you have to go to a hospital in a different town or have tests somewhere?
Yes, things like that. Or it can help when you have a Medicare Advantage plan and you have to have per day hospital co-payments. Your hospital indemnity plan can help give you per day co-payments. It can pay you per day that you're in the hospital to help offset your per day co-payments.
Okay, all right. That's clear. Now, I mean, so it's not for everybody, surely, or is it? Should we all have it?
Not necessarily, no, because if you have a Medicare supplement plan that goes with your traditional Medicare, you don't necessarily need a hospital indemnity plan, because you're not going to have a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. When you have traditional Medicare and a Medicare supplement, you are not often going to have additional out-of-pocket. You might have some travel expenses if you have to go to another city for care. So you might have hotel expenses, but that's not going to happen very frequently. But if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, you're going to have hospital co-payments and things like that. So it's not for everybody. I would not recommend it for everybody. It is very valuable for people who have a Medicare Advantage plan. That's where we see value in it for our clients.
And so, all right, when you're talking to you all about this, I'm guessing that's not a question that comes up from the people and from the client end. I mean, I would never know to ask that.
No. No, we don't, our clients don't automatically know to ask for it, so it's something that we bring up to them, or we should bring up to our clients, that it is a thought to recommend to them to supplement those out-of-pocket costs, but we're not going to force it on somebody because it is an additional expense. However, the hospital indemnity plans are quite affordable. They could be $30 to $60 per month for these plans.
Which could come, really parlay into some big money.
Exactly.
If, let's say, for example, Gina, we're already on Medicare and have a supplement, but we discover we have an ailment or an illness that's going to drive us to Vanderbilt or to IU Medical on an ongoing basis. Once you know, can you purchase it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have medical questions, so you can be declined for coverage. But if you purchase it beforehand, you are buying it when you're healthy, then you get to keep the plan. And so, my mom has thought about getting one. I have neglected to get her scheduled. That's totally on me. She wants one. I know, I need to get her scheduled because it's important to her. She wants one on the off chance that cancer runs in our family. So she wants to get one. The need is there. And there are cancer indemnity plans that if you are diagnosed with cancer and you have a cancer occurrence, there is a $10,000 benefit, lump sum benefit. You're diagnosed with cancer, you can get a $10,000 benefit for whatever. The big thing with indemnity plans is it doesn't pay the hospital. It pays you.
It's paying directly to you.
Yeah, okay. And so you can do whatever you want to with the money. If you need to pay the hospital that co-payment, or if you want to travel with it, or you want to do whatever, you can do whatever you want to with that money.
And that's why we call you.
That's what you want to do with that money. So, yes, you need to do it before you get sick and purchase the plan. But it supplements those out-of-pocket expenses for your Medicare Advantage plan when you have that.
Thank you, Gina. We'll be back with more right after this.
This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Senior Connection,